That's right, man. It's your boy Akon.
Stay out of trouble now, son.
You know how to get at me on the web. Alright, it's akononline.com. AKONOLINE.com. You heard? Get at me.
Let me tell you what hurts the most.
Well, pretty much how I got into this business. Till this day, I don't know. I was raised by a musical family. Mom was Pops was a jazz musician. Mom was a dancer. He was brought to this country back in the 70s. He was, a jazz musician, toured all over the world with James Brown, Jackson 5, World Saxophone Quartet, a whole bunch of other acts, and I pretty much followed him.
Stay out of trouble, don't trouble nobody.
Started with percussions, drums, which is the djembe. That's the drum my pops brought to this country. Pretty much I started off with the djembe, and then from the djembe, I just pretty much experiment on other stuff. I went to the piano, started messing around with the sax a little bit, violin. I was just experimenting, exploring, trying to figure out what instrument I pretty much liked the best. And before you know it, I just got to fiddling around with everything and started making music as a hobby because it was something I just loved to do.
I won't let you lock me down. I won't.
As time went on, I didn't know if music was really something that I wanted to pursue as a career. This was just something I did as fun. I go through situations, I write about it. It was like a hobby. It was just something I did. And, I wasn't really the type to keep a diary, so I just made songs about my situations. And then later on, it just became to be situations I decided to one day want to sell. After I got out of prison, I ended up doing 3 years for being a ringleader of a notorious car theft operation. Came out, couldn't get a regular job. I don't think I could really fall back on was my music. So, come to find out, the hobby eventually saved my life.
Don't be shy, girl, put it inside. Shake your body like a baby dancer.
Well, when I first came from Africa and heard hip-hop, it was very, alien to me. I was like, what the hell is this? I didn't like it at all. I didn't understand it, First of all, I didn't speak English. That's number one. Number two, I was already surrounded by music, constant music. So I didn't understand the concept of just a drum beat alone. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, hip-hop was just pretty much either beatbox or just a drum beat. So hip-hop started growing. They started adding more instruments, keys, bass lines, chords, guitars, and so on and so forth into the music. And then by that time, my English had got a lot better. I started to understand and start to really relate to the lyrics. That's when I started to like hip-hop as music itself.
No matter how bad things get.
Well, when I was making music, I never really thought about even incorporating African sounds and music in it, because at the time I was making music, that wasn't really the purpose of me doing it. I think if anybody's gonna blend the two, I think I probably would be the right person to do it, because I know both cultures, lived in it, raised in it, and I think I can come across a lot easier than somebody else just trying to do it because it's a fad. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely gonna incorporate it in future music that you're gonna hear me do.
Whatever you do, don't let up. Whatever you do.
Check it out, man. It's your boy Akon. Right now, you're about to check out my video Ghetto right here on Mania TV. Alright, keep it locked.